Hey guys, this is Ishmalamte. You know, mobile phones has been with us for a very long time, and over the years, it has actually evolved into smartphones. Talking about smartphones, we have mobile devices which has high speed, high processing power, and it has huge storages. And it wasn't like that some years back. Now, talking about this evolution of mobile phone, there's one key player which has been a part of this evolution and making things possible, which has to be Samsung. Now, Samsung over the years hasn't just provided us with phones which has high speed and the rest, but has actually taken much time to give us the best. So without talking further, today I want to share with you a review about the Samsung Galaxy S10, which has been around for some few weeks. Now this phone has so much I would like to share with you about. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So let's take a look at the design of this phone. Now this phone has the normal curved design we all know with the phones which are being released these days, but apart from the back curved design, it also has the front part which is actually curved, and then the screen is also curved. So the curved aspect is at the back, the sides, as well as the front part, which is we've known Samsung for bringing a curved screen to their devices, so this is not really a very new design. It's actually been there with Samsung devices. Now, one thing which did fascinate me a lot has to do with where the front cameras are placed, being a part of the screen. And this is actually a full screen, so it's not like the top part where the cameras are not displaying. It actually has a display over there, so you have the cameras in there, and then you have the screen as well. Now this is a very cool design, and I must say this is actually the first time I'm seeing a smartphone with such a design, and that's a very big thumbs up for Samsung for doing this particular, or having this phone with this kind of design. So looking at the sides of the phone, or the edges of the phone, we have the SIM section, the SIM slot section. This phone uses a macro SIM slot SIM card. And then when we take a look at the edges, the left edges, we have the volume keys, and then the down key. Now this key actually is a voice key, so you can use that to control to recognize your voice in case you want to unlock or perform certain functionality. And then the right hand side has the power button, and then when we look at the base, we have the microphone, the headset jack. We have the USB. Now this phone uses a type C USB, which is very cool. And then you have the microphone spot here, as well as we have the speaker. So it has just one speaker, which is just fine. So that is the design. With the design of the phone, let's just take a look at some of the features and then the functionalities of this phone. The Samsung Galaxy S10 series was released around February 2019, but this is the S10 Plus version of it. This phone runs on Android 9.0 with one user interface as the phone software. The processor type is octa-core with a speed of 2.31 GHz. Talking about the memory and storage, the RAM of this particular phone is 6 GB, and then the internal storage is 128 GB, which can store up to a lot of files. There's also 8 GB of RAM with 512 internal storage, as well as 12 GB of RAM with 1 TB of internal storage available. Now this is very huge. Talking about the screen, this phone has a screen size of 6.4 inches with a screen to body ratio, and has a high resolution of 1440 by 3040 pixels. The S10e has a screen size of 5.8 inches, and then the S10 has a screen size of 6.1 inches. The screen of this phone was made with a Corning Gorilla Glass 6, which is thin and light, yet protects the screen from both scratches and easy cracks. Talking about battery, this phone runs on a 4100 mAh battery power, which I find to be very cool, the way more battery power is being brought to smartphones these days. Talking about charging, this phone has a wireless charge capability, which takes close to 2 hours to fully charge. Now the USB charging takes similar duration to fully charge as well. Looking at one security aspect of this phone, it has an on-screen fingerprint sensor which reads your fingerprint by simply tapping on the screen, and then unlocks the phone for you. Now let's talk about the camera of this phone. The front dual camera has a 10 megapixel and 8 megapixel, which both shoot at a wide range with extra added features like recording videos at 2160p at 30 frames per second, as well as 1080p, which is also at 30 frames per second. You can easily vlog with this phone using the front camera and still get a great result. The triple back cameras has different functionalities. One with 12 megapixel, which is best for taking wide shots. The other with also 12 megapixel, which is used for taking telephotos. And then the last one, which is 60 megapixel, is used for taking ultra wide photos. Now the back camera can also record 2160, that is full HD at 60 frames per second, as well as 1080p, that is HD at 240 frames per second maximum. That's really cool having that kind of camera capabilities in this particular phone. Now let's talk about the Bluetooth. The Bluetooth version of this phone is 5.0, which covers a bit more distance as well as has more speed than the normal Bluetooth which are available. There are some few additional features of this phone which I would like to mention or talk about. It has a motion sensor which is able to track your motions and gestures. It is also able to tell heartbeat rate as well as the number of steps taken in a day. And then one cool thing I find about this phone is that you can connect it to an extra screen, that is a TV, a bigger screen, using the Type-C to HDMI cable. It also has radio, which you barely find in smartphones these days. And it has a micro SD card slot, which takes up to 512 storage. It is cool to know that this phone is both water and dust proof, as well as has the capabilities of sharing power with other users or devices. Alright folks, so this brings an end to our video. The Samsung Galaxy S10 is actually a great device you might want to check out if you can afford. It has a lot of functionalities, it has a lot of features that I actually really like, and the design is super cool also. And I must say a very big thumbs up to Samsung for doing this device. We are looking forward to more great devices from them in the years to come. So thank you very much for watching. In case you are new here, all you have to do is to hit on the subscribe button so that anytime there's a new video, you can be notified. So thank you very much for watching. Once again, see you next time.